What is up, iPad Focus fam? Get ready for a speed run of the hottest Apple and tech news you need to know. First up, are you ready to finally hear your music in its purest form? We're diving into Spotify's long-awaited lossless audio rollout, a move that's been years in the making. Then, we're exposing the clever tactics mobile game developers like Supercell and Niantic are using to bypass Apple's hefty 30% cut, and you won't believe the strategies they're employing. Plus, we're breaking down Apple's latest awe-dropping event, dissecting the new iPhone and all the other announcements that have the tech world buzzing. And finally, get ready for a deep dive into Apple's new live translation feature with AirPods Pro 3, but there's a catch for EU users that you absolutely need to hear about. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. Hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon so you never miss an update. Spotify's long-awaited lossless audio is finally here. After a 4-year wait since Apple Music made the leap, Spotify is finally taking its first steps toward delivering lossless audio to its subscribers. This has been a topic of much anticipation for audiophiles and music lovers alike. Gustav Gyllenhammer, VP Subscriptions at Spotify, expressed excitement, stating, "The wait is finally over. We're so excited lossless sound is rolling out to premium subscribers. We've taken time to build this feature in a way that prioritizes quality, ease of use, and clarity at every step, so you always know what's happening under the hood. With Lossless, our premium users will now have an even better listening experience. While the feature prioritizes quality and ease of use, users will need to manually enable lossless playback on each device via the Now Playing View or the Connect Picker, and ensure they have the latest app version. The rollout is happening gradually across more than 50 markets, with initial access for premium subscribers in Australia, Austria, Czechia, Denmark, Germany, Japan, New Zealand, the Netherlands, Portugal, Sweden, the US, and the UK. This gradual rollout has sparked discussions among users eager to experience higher fidelity sound, with many anticipating the feature's arrival in their region. The move is seen as a significant step in Spotify's competitive landscape, finally bringing it closer to parity with competitors who have offered lossless audio for years. Don't go anywhere, because what game developers are doing to avoid Apple's massive fees is truly eye-opening. Next up, how mobile games are sidestepping Apple's 30% cut. Mobile games find ways around Apple's 30% cut. Following the Epic versus Apple legal battle, mobile game developers are becoming increasingly aggressive in steering players away from Apple's App Store payment system to avoid the notorious 30% commission. A recent analysis by mobile game consultancy Liquid and Grit examined over 35 examples of how major studios like Supercell, Niantic, and Playtika are directing in-app purchases, IAPs, to their own platforms. The landmark U.S. court ruling that removed restrictions on IAP payments in the U.S. App Store has paved the way for these strategies. Liquid and Grit categorize these methods into 4 main approaches: webshop offers within the game's native IAP store, pop-up notifications, dedicated buttons on the game's home screen, and redirection through in-game news or mailbox systems. Social casino games, such as Double Down Casino and Huge Casino, were found to be the most aggressive users of all 4 methods, while games like Social Point's Dragon City also employed all techniques to drive players to their webshops. A common tactic involves offering discounted webshop bundles directly within the App Store's IAP shop, a method used by popular titles like PUBG Mobile and Pokémon Go. Supercell's approach varies. For instance, Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans link to their webshops only in their respective IAP stores, while Clash Royale includes pop-ups for webshop offers. Zynga's Empires and Puzzles bypasses the IAP store entirely, relying on pop-ups, home screen buttons, and inbox links. The research indicates that Playtika games consistently offer better value in their web stores, with 25% more in-game currency for the same price compared to App Store purchases. This shift is generating significant buzz among gamers and industry analysts, who are closely watching how these direct-to-consumer strategies impact App Store economies and developer revenues. The findings suggest that developers with the resources to build their own web stores, or those partnering with third-party providers like Xsala, can significantly reduce costs compared to Apple's commission. But is Apple's latest event all awe-dropping, or just more of the same? Next up, we dissect Apple's awe-dropping event and the new iPhone announcements. Apple's awe-dropping event, iPhone and beyond under scrutiny. Apple recently held its highly anticipated awe-dropping event, with the iPhone Air taking center stage. But does it live up to the considerable hype surrounding it? This episode of the iPad Focus podcast, featuring Michael Simon, Jason Cross, and Roman Loyola, dives deep into the new iPhone and the entirety of Apple's latest announcements. The discussion also incorporates viewer feedback from TikTok and YouTube Shorts, offering a spectrum of opinions on the new releases. Comments range from praise for Apple not locking new features behind the latest hardware, to critiques about the frequency of product refreshes. One viewer mentions switching to Garmin due to superior battery life on their watch, a common pain point for Apple Watch users. Another expresses interest in the new iPhone 17 Pro for its selfie camera and cooling features, highlighting its appeal to content creators. However, skepticism about Apple's upgrade cycle is also prevalent, with some questioning the necessity of frequent purchases for minor feature additions. The podcast aims to provide a comprehensive overview, encouraging listeners to share their thoughts and subscribe for more in-depth analysis. This event has ignited a wide range of reactions, from brand loyalty to critical evaluation of Apple's product strategy and pricing. The discourse highlights the ongoing tension between innovation and consumer value in the tech market. And speaking of new Apple features, there's a groundbreaking translation tool, but not everyone in the EU can use it. Next up, AirPods Pro 3's live translation feature and its EU restriction. AirPods Pro 3 live translation feature excluded from EU users. Apple's new AirPods Pro 3 boast an impressive live translation feature, powered by Apple Intelligence, designed to break down language barriers in real-time conversations. However, a significant restriction prevents users in the European Union from accessing this groundbreaking technology. The live translation feature aims to replicate the functionality of science fiction concepts like the Babel fish by using computational audio to translate spoken languages directly into the user's ears. This feature requires an Apple Intelligence-enabled iPhone running iOS 26 or later, and will be available on other AirPod models via a software update. Initially, it supports languages like English, Spanish, French, German, Mandarin Chinese, and others, with plans to add Italian, Japanese, Korean, and simplified Chinese by year's end. The technology is designed for various applications, from quick chats to longer conversations, and works best when both participants have AirPods with live translation enabled, utilizing active noise cancellation to focus on the translated audio. The critical limitation is that live translation with AirPods is not available if you are in the EU and your Apple account country or region is also in the EU. Apple has not officially stated the reasons for this regional exclusion, but speculation points towards the AI Act or data protection regulations, similar to how other AI services from Meta or Google have faced delayed or limited rollouts in the EU. The absence of this feature in German press releases further underscores the regional focus. This EU restriction has sparked considerable debate and disappointment among users, who are questioning Apple's commitment to equitable feature distribution and raising concerns about the implications of data privacy laws on technological advancement. The company's silence on the matter only fuels further speculation and user frustration. That's all the news for today, but we've got a quick recap coming right up. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And that's a wrap on today's Tech Rundown. We covered Spotify's long-awaited lossless audio finally rolling out, discussed how mobile game developers are cleverly bypassing Apple's 30% cut, broke down the key announcements from Apple's awe-dropping event, and revealed the surprising EU restriction on AirPods Pro 3's live translation feature. If you found this info valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to iPad Focus for all your Apple and tech needs, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments which story you found most interesting, and make sure to follow us on all our social channels for more exclusive content. Thanks for watching.